I read a couple of weeks ago in China, they don't call it alternative energy or clean energy. They just call it new energy.
Yeah,
And it was like, my God damn, that is such a like a clever pivot because no one wants old, right?
right.
New versus old is a very enticing argument, and Americans very much identify with being on the new edge of everything. And so
Yeah.
if we start positioning this as do you really want to have BYD out here making $10,000 cars that go 4,000 miles on a single battery charge in China and Brazil, and Americans are puking out these coal rolling, Dodge Rams, and that's the latest and greatest for us? I think people will understand if we frame this as technology is going to innovate, and we have traditionally been on the leading edge of innovation. We need to be there on this too. Otherwise, Ford and GM and all the American brands that we have known and loved for a century are going to be old news. And it's going to be BYD and maybe Tesla. And half of us don't want to drive a Tesla for political reasons. So we're going to be real limited in there will be almost no competitive American, electric vehicles on the market if we can't change how we think about leading the
I
world
think
on
you
this.
put something you said really stands out for me, that you don't want to make it an identity issue. And that's exactly what I was trying to say, that this isn't who you are or what you believe or what faith you belong to or who you root for in the NFL. It's not an identity issue. It's a practical decision of what makes sense, that's cheapest and works. And so focusing on that, I think you're entirely right because we got the future on our side.